Hey guys, it's your girl T-Mac. No Tracy McGrady, but I'm still number one. And this is the Radar Report. Like, share, and subscribe. We have our cultural referee Ray Daniels here.
Let's go.
Hip-hop professor.
Me hip-hop professor. Smicky. Let's go.
And of course, our head of digital, Silk So Smart.
Thank you.
We should give him the title Head of Digital Streets.
He like that.
Never happened in digital streets. He knows it. He knows it. He gives us the report.
Sure.
I love it. And we have a special guest. Absolutely. I've been knowing this brother for a very long time. It's rare that you have respect for who someone's talent and who someone is. Right? A lot of people I respect who they are, but I might not respect their talent. You know, I might respect your talent, but I hate who you are. This brother has been one of the most stand-up. And by the way, today's time, right? You've always been about today's time. So I don't think it's a better person. So let's make some noise for R&B legend Raheem DeVaughn.
Yes.
You know, he came to talk some stuff. Oh, Don P is coming. Don, we got a mic for you right here. Don P just entered the chat. Let's go, Don. We got a lot to talk about. They got your mic right there. They got your mic right there. You walked in right on time. We had you covered.
Oh, cool. What's that? How you feel?
So, T-Mac, we gonna start it up. They get Don P ready. We can start it.
The hottest thing that's been taking over the internet right now, I think we have to start with LeBron James going to the 76ers.
Thank you for that being hot. I'm just like...
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Okay, so let me just say this. So I did a video where I pissed off. I want to say this on record. I have changed my position on how I see Bron fans. I want to say that on record because I made a video and I was really messing with my son. Am I being out? Because my son is a LeBron fan and my brother is. So I was like, man, how's it feel to chase a player? Man, them LeBron fans, boy, they do not play about him like
they don't.
Like how you love like the Georgia Bulldogs or like Alabama. It's people that just love LeBron. So like, and I will say this, I want to give respect to LeBron because this is the worst decision he could have made for comfort. If his job was to be comfortable, this was the worst decision to make. If his job was to be celebrated, this was the worst decision to make. You are going to Philadelphia, the city of home of brotherly love. They only expect to win.
That's it.
That's it. So, like, to me, him picking Philly was like, damn, LeBron really trying to get that fifth ring. Mm-hmm. So I actually hope he gets it. I hope he gets it, but if anybody watched the NBA the last playoffs, when you see those teams play, I just don't know who's going to compete with these young. It's just a different game, but kudos to LeBron. I want to see him go there. Y'all can talk. I just want to say that because Phil Raheem, people was pissed at me about, you bitch-ass nigga, don't you ever disrespect the king. Yo, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, and by the way, I love, it wasn't even, like I said, LeBron to me changed sports for the worse to me, but I think for his fan base, he changed it for the better because the people are right. Why are we supporting a team that's owned by a white man? Why can't we support this black man wherever he goes and almost be the base? And I'm like, damn, I never thought about it like that. So I just want to give him credit. Y'all can talk about it. I just had to say that.
I only got really one thing to say, man. Cheesesteaks in Philly, Meek Millie, shout out to Gilly, don't matter. Knicks in 5.
You know, I agree with you. I see it like...
Are you a Bron guy or not? Like, it's either you're a Bron guy or you're not a Bron guy.
Absolutely, I'm a Bron guy, right? Cool. And I look at it like, you know, I got my own views about, you know, team hopping. Okay. You know what I mean? Because, you know, that era of like Jordan and just like, you stayed there till you got the ring, you know what I mean? But in terms of talent, like, you know, it's like the music industry. You know, what is the distributor? What is the label without the artist? You know what I mean? Now, what is the artist without the distributor? Yes. And the label, you got to respect that too. And there's got to be a mutual respect. But a lot of times there is none. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The artist is known for. I mean, the label is typically known, or the distributor is known for what? Jerking. You know what I mean? Jerking the artist. You got to do the audits. You got to do all the things. You know what I mean? So, you know. I'm always for like, he's kind of put himself in an underdog situation. It's interesting to see, you know, but it's exciting. You know what I mean? I want to see him get the ring too.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see that. That's like, you know,
in the 25th year.
building a story. He's building a,
I think the last
incredible
season,
story.
The last season he does, I think he should get the ring.
That's what everybody said. He's not gonna get it this year.
He can't get it this year.
But I don't know if he stays around.
Nah, he'll
stay.
Another year.
Because if he goes to 25, then it's gonna be like, look how dominant he was for 25 years.
I agree. I like.
It's gonna be a crazy story.
25.
As me, as a Laker fan, I am personally thankful for the ring, but I am glad that all the Bron-sexuals are gone. Because it's just like, bro, when LeBron is on your team, as much as I appreciate LeBron being on the squad, it's just like everything goes to a different level once LeBron is there.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm just glad that he's somewhere else, but I'm rooting for him now that he's off my squad. You know what I mean? So
real quick before we get into it, any predictions for Philly? Because you know they're gonna pull this shit up.
They're gonna lose in the conference finals to the Knicks in 5.
I think that Philly is going to go to the finals.
That's crazy.
And I do think that they actually probably are going to win if Embiid is healthy. If Embiid isn't healthy, they losing in the
You
conference
have
finals.
not been paying attention to the league. Listen, I hope they do, but this is parity. We don't know who's gonna pop up. We don't know who's gonna stay healthy.
True.
We don't know none of that. But my prediction is they're gonna lose in the semifinals.
Wow.
Ooh, that would be that'd be
Y'all
disappointing.
keep forgetting Embiid doesn't play that much.
No, you're right.
Y'all keep forgetting that. Like
That's true.
Embiid
That's
doesn't play.
100% true.
Come on, man.
But Jaylen Brown is really good.
Oh, that's a nice starting 5.
That's a nice
now.
starting 5. Even if he is injured, Jaylen Brown added to that with
That's what I'm saying.
LeBron. LeBron only gonna play 60 games. He gonna load management. I think they could get to the conference finals. I don't think they're gonna win. They can't beat the Knicks. It's too much synergy. I think they need another year. They're gonna need another year to gel.
Shit.
I can agree with that. But what about the situation, Silk? I'm sure you probably know about it. It was just like LeBron and Jaylen Brown. Like he made a comment before.
Yeah, about Bronny. Saying I don't think Bronny's a pro.
That's another reason why I think he picked the right place. It's like LeBron, this is the most respected pick for me.
Yeah.
Because this is the pick that's not about his comfort. This is a pick about winning. And to me, it's like, get back in the winning race. Either you're going to win or lose. His fans now, I'm going to say this on the record, his fans can't run around here and be like, oh, man. Listen, he went after a ring. That means he either going to fail or win. But there's no in the middle fan, Bron fans. That's all I want to say.
Don P, any thoughts?
By the way, let's welcome Don P.
Yes, sir.
Always has us in some shit. You're the reason. I didn't want to start the other stuff till you got here, but let's go.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Man, first of all, I'm a Philly 76ers fan. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since like day one.
Yeah, since Charles Barkley time.
Oh, okay.
Right,
That's great.
all right.
Yeah, then AI, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, I've been rocking with Philly for a minute, so I'm excited, and I'm the most hating LeBron over Jordan person you gonna ever meet.
Wow.
But I'm a LeBron fan now, baby.
I'm actually happy for y'all. Y'all got a really good team this year, so I want to see kind of like how everybody gels
But it's going to be the best NBA season. Like last season was the best. It's going to be a great season. So shout out to them for that.
I had to educate myself because I was like, $8 million for 2 years, that's it.
They ain't
I
even
thought
about
that
the
was a
money no
major
more.
pay cut, but I was
got it.
also told
That's another
that
thing.
That's all he can get.
He got the most for like retirement money in a sense, like being like a senior,
A vet.
Yeah, but let me say this though. Is one thing that Philadelphia should chill on. He really wanted to play for the Knicks.
That's a fact.
They said
the
no.
Knicks said no, so he's gonna live in New York and fly to Philly.
Yes.
On a
He wants
helicopter.
to live in New York on a helicopter. I'm just saying, like, just keep that in mind. He wanted to be in New York, but let's see how it go.
Can I ask you about this since we talking sports real quick? Did you see Ryan Clark breaking down in the tears saying, all I ever wanted to do was be accepted? After he was let go from ESPN, he went on the Pivot podcast. Yes, and he cried, breaking down, saying that the thing that made him hurt most is he felt like he changed who he was to try to fit in, and he still got let go. And the chatter is he was overdoing it. So was Ryan overdoing it? Like,
Yes.
what's going on?
He was not in tears. Yes, he overdid it.
He overdid it.
Ryan Clark is Ryan. First of all, I want to make this known. I watch Get Up is how I start my day, and First Take every day. That's why I start my day. So I've always known Ryan Clark wasn't gonna last because. And by the way, this is not. We should talk about this. Probably not now because we got a lot to talk about. But like, it's hard being black in mainstream media because do you show up as a man or do you show up as a black man? So when they Mind you, he's a football commentator, but when they bring up Angel Reese, he makes the room uncomfortable because he makes it about her blackness. So, like, you got to understand something. I've only noticed because I work with white people. You know, white people don't want to feel bad about who they are. That's just their rule, right? So every time, if you're the guy that every time reminds them about slavery, and the plight of black people, like, they don't say nothing out loud because they know you're going to call them the enemy, but quietly they'd be like, we going to get this guy the fuck out of here.
He's just a problem
By the way,
starter.
Ray Daniels is talking on the podcast because I wrote a letter, Dear White Executives. It's not foreign to me what's happening, but you cannot cry about it. You cannot cry about it. That was my only issue. I'm like, you're gonna say it's performative. Bro, you making millions of dollars, you live in the dream.
Yeah.
You gotta shut the fuck up and smile for the people that's crying on their way to a real job.
But what's the first thing you said, though? He was on his
platform.
His platform,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what did they say about men that like a rich guy that dumps a girl or cheats on a female? Go cry in the Bentley. He basically cried in the Bentley.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
It's his thing.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's real. That's
you know
real.
what I mean?
Yes.
If you gonna
It
cry in the Bentley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least he's not like homeless, you know, or you know, messed up crying up. He's crying in a Bentley.
But let's just be clear. The crying, let's be clear. The crying, he is no longer a sports commentator. He is a sports commentator and a culture commentator too now.
Yeah.
He ain't just sports, bro. Like, it is like, you can't cry about your issues, bro. Like, that's just the game, bro. Like, that was the first time I was like, I feel like he's performing. Because he is black women's favorite. Like, he is the guy that they could be talking about soccer and he'll be like, man, if the black girls had a chance in the hood, they'll be dominating soccer too. It's like, who the fuck asked you to say that? Like, he always brought his, and by the way, that's cool, but you gotta remember you're around people that don't want to hear that black magic shit all the time.
But you got to be your authentic self too. So if you go try a code switch, then you start throwing folks
let's talk about
off.
that.
You know?
So you be yourself, like he said, but then he goes on the
But
show.
read the room. Be yourself.
But he
read the
also
room,
said in
you
the
know?
show, on his show, I feel like I wasn't being myself. I couldn't be my real self. I'm like, I thought you was.
Because they started boxing him in. I mean, basically, because one of the first moments I remember is he got on RG3 and started kind of like poking and prodding at the fact that his wife was white. And the writing was kind of on the wall after
You
that.
can't do that.
Come on, bro.
How you gonna fuck with this man who we married? Like, you picking up. I'm sorry to laugh, but that's like,
That's reckless.
read the room, bro. You say,
no,
right?
for sure,
Read the
dude.
room.
I did see Stephen A. Smith come to. I think he went to basketball. He said he was very upset
but
about
let's be
it.
clear, Stephen A. Smith. If you want to watch SportsCenter, see, I've been watching for 20 years. I remember when Ryan Clark came on First Take for the first time when Stephen A. was on break, and Ryan Clark attacked him. And was like, I know more about sports than him. And then he goes, I have a better hairline than him. And Stephen A. comes back and is like, damn, what my hairline got to do with our job? And that's when they became friends. But Ryan Clark always started trouble. Like, I can't feel bad for you when you picking on the nigga's show hairline when he ain't there. Damn, nigga, like, you coming, you gonna shake the table, you gonna get punched, then you gonna have to deal with it. You know that.
Yeah, you can't have it both
But
ways.
we got Don here now. So Raheem, I hate to bring you until the drama happening. You know, I know you a guest in our house right now.
Welcome.
But let me just welcome you to a little drama right now that's happening in the internet. So every time I sit with this motherfucker right here, we start talking, doing our thing, and we would start talking about how. So I'm talking about how every rapper, I feel like rap is the new WWE. And I'm like, every rapper needs their own Bobby the Brain Heenan, their own voice box who like talks about, when Raheem comes to the ring, he's gonna kick your ass. You know, I was like, everybody needs that. So I'm like, that's what I think Baby should have to deal with Akademiks kind of always fucking with him, right? So now Charleston White goes on the internet and he basically disrespects. He goes in on our culture, Atlanta, and it was, my phone been going crazy.
He shouted you out.
Like, he shouted me out, though. He shouted us out respectfully because basically, I think Lil Baby started it, by the way. Lil Baby was who started it because he posted the video on his page. And that's what kind of triggered Charles to be like, man, fuck Atlanta.
He was mad because you said that Lil Baby was bigger than Akademiks.
So let's address that part first. When I say Lil Baby is bigger than Akademiks, that is a fact. I'm not speaking about your digital footprint. Like, anybody can get 100 million views. Like, Andrew Tate gets 100 million views. But that doesn't mean 30,000 people are gonna pay $300 to come see him talk. That's what I mean by bigger. Like, Lil Baby is the program. Akademiks, you report about the program. That's what I mean by you bigger. Without a Lil Baby, we don't have an Akademiks.
Right.
We don't. And by the way, now I just want to say that. Do we agree that like Baby is bigger than Act? Like,
Yes.
Yeah,
I
bigger
agree.
draw,
For
no
sure.
question.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
So then he also said that we'll never have a Say Cheese or those platforms built, and I kind of disagree.
Yeah.
I'm like, Beehive is as straight down the middle, no bias as anybody out here, and has the same amount of numbers as Say Cheese. It's just Beehive's not talking about ignorant
current events.
events. He's not getting in your business, so it's not like salacious. It's not being viral, but he doing numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just didn't understand it. But let's talk about it, Don P. I want to leave it to you first.
I mean, when the thing about Charleston White is you have to. Everything is like, it seems like it's encrypted because he gonna put a bunch of ignorant stuff in the middle of some real stuff
Shit.
that he talking about. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, he's super smart. You could tell.
Man.
Like he's saying some real stuff. Like, but I think it's still early in Atlanta media. It's still early.
Yes.
But like when I came on here before, I said it's time for Atlanta media to mature.
I agree. By the way, you said that here. You was the first
did
one, like,
say
we
that.
got to get out there. But I don't think it's time for Atlanta media to mature. I think it's time for the Atlanta artists and the people around them to mature.
Well, that's what I mean by that.
Yeah. Because it's like, you could say something, like, it's like, I feel bad for putting Baby in it, but I was defending Baby. I'm
Right.
like, nigga, how dare you disrespect one out? So I'm doing it like that. Now it's like, everybody's, Baby's not this. And it's like, that's not the goal for here. I was trying to.
And that's the thing. That's what I mean when I say mature, because it's like, okay, if we say something like bad or something you don't, artist or somebody big don't agree with,
A bad review
or something, then it's like, but then if it's like, hey, come on the show and let me talk to you, or what you got going on, let us, promote. We're here for y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all fly around, they fly around us. Like, they'll go to Cali, they'll go to New York, they'll fly all around us when we right up the street. And nobody gonna go to bat for you more than us.
Period.
Nobody. I hate to say this, but Fat Joe is not gonna jump in front of a bullet for Waka Flocka like I would.
Period.
You see what I'm
Period.
saying?
That's
Period.
real.
I don't care what's going on.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't care if Future album drop, ain't nobody gonna go to bat for it harder than us. Or somebody in a scandal in the South, nobody gonna go harder for them than us.
Yeah.
And the truth is, artists cannot compete with the Akademiks or anybody that's online, because artists got to do shows, artists got to record, artists got to write, artists got to promote, artists got to have meetings.
They
And
also
do all this other
artists
stuff.
also have to allow you to miss them. And that's something that we don't talk about.
True.
And the
they
hip hop
gotta allow
artists,
them
and the hip hop artists gotta stay alive. Like, it's
And
one of
they
the
gotta-
days, one of the most
Yeah.
dangerous
Yes.
jobs
Yeah.
to be a rapper now. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like, but I mean, like, let's be clear. Like, Atlanta has always been innovative and had a unification that's like no other. Like, so you have to just allow, and you have to just allow growth. You know what I mean? Like, you allow the growth of this, just like you have to allow the growth of sound and frequency. You gotta allow the growth of maturity and being able to identify, like, yo, eventually you either grow up or you fade out. So
I like that.
That was
big.
really
That was powerful.
that was.
Because if somebody say something about you, bro, like, you can't, if I say, oh, your hairline, because a lot of people on Atlanta media are scared to say stuff about artists, right? Because they're like, oh,
They're not gonna show up.
blackballed. Or nigga, can't nobody blackball you. You
No.
can't turn off your internet.
The internet.
You can't turn off the internet.
You should be more worried about being shadow banned.
right. Than black.
100%.
That part.
Atlanta's having mixed reviews right now.
No. But let me do this though. So let's talk about it. Charleston said a lot. He said that Atlanta can't win because Atlanta's full with gay people. By the way, that's everywhere. He said that Atlanta's filled with rappers. That just everything that he said that Atlanta problem is everywhere else.
Yeah.
Here's the only problem. Atlanta's the only place, and I'm gonna say this, where you see free niggas.
Yeah.
Now what Charleston White is really speaking about is, now that's Atlanta's biggest gift and Atlanta's biggest curse.
Yeah.
Is that we free here. So sometimes when you're a free nigga, you don't realize the power with aligning with a whole bunch of other free guys and setting up and getting a goal. Because you could just be like, man, I don't need, like I said, I always tell my friends everywhere else that's not from Atlanta, the poorest dude I know in Atlanta still got a backyard with a grass.
Thanks.
So it's like, you gotta understand, you gotta remember that. You can be rich in New York and not have a backyard in the grass, but in Atlanta, You could be the poorest dude in the room and still have a backyard in the grass. That's a certain amount of like credibility that you have for yourself. Like, you can't tell me shit. I got a piece of the American dream. Yeah. So Atlanta has a lot of free people, but it's concentrated. So anybody could come here and anybody could come up and we'll let them. It's like, yo, as long as you don't mean bad for the city, we don't ask if you're gay, if you're straight, what your intentions are. That's not cool shit because we free. Now, when you a prisoner, nigga, in other cities and you got somebody that's another race got their thumb on your head, if that dude is gay, it's probably gonna piss you off a little bit more. Right. Gay ass nigga, I hate, it's like, you only mad because of your situation. Can't nobody's situation make me mad because I love mine. So when I think about Atlanta and I think about how Charleston White got it, he's not, let's be clear, he wasn't wrong on how hard it is to make it out this city. But he didn't acknowledge that there is millions of people here who come from all over to get they come up, and most of them get it. It's just they don't have a love for the city. Yep. Like they don't care about the city. It's like when you, like, let me just tell you something. I'm gonna give you a secret about the city. Everybody that made it out of Atlanta was the shit before they made it out. Like Atlanta's not a place like, you know, like you could be bullshit in New York and you could still make it out of there because the fan base will see you. But in Atlanta, if like Future was the nigga in high school. T.I. was a nigga in high school. It's like Ludacris was the nigga here on the radio before. Like, you have to be the nigga here. Lil Baby was the nigga here. Before, like, you gotta go look at early interviews. They was begging this dude to rap because he was the nigga. So for Atlanta, you gotta really want to be the nigga around the rest of the world as an Atlanta dude. And that gotta be like Tip wanted that. That's why he went and got it. Future wanted that. Jeezy wanted that. JD wanted that. You can tell the guys from here that gave a fuck about outside influence. But then you could also tell the guys from here that could give a fuck what anybody outside of 285 thought, like Hitman Sammy Sam. Right. Like, Hitman Sammy Sam don't give a fuck what y'all niggas got to say about he the most Atlanta nigga. So Atlanta's a trick because most of the people here are happy and free. Compared to other cities, you're a prisoner of the system. Atlanta, you could come here and scam on the motherfucking Beltline and live okay. You could come here, I'm not being honest with you, you could come to Atlanta and fucking set up as a water boy and make $200 a day on Old National. I just gave a water boy on Old Nat $20 yesterday.
Man, I got people that have made a living off selling weed. Like,
come on.
Since we was in high school.
Come on.
Like, they like 45.
By the way, free
family.
weed, like just like, but and they walk free like those white boys that sell weed to white people walk free. Hey, it's in my book bag. What do you want, brother? I got this flavor, that flavor. We're just free here. So when you're free is also tricky. Because free also means I'm free. I ain't starving. Yeah. So nobody in Atlanta is really aiming for the top spot because, shit, I'm being honest with you, man. Shit, you get on in Atlanta, you get a 2-3 years of success. You own a house. You own a house. Yeah. You own your shit. It's like, and all you got to do is not mess your legacy up.
But see, that's the thing about Atlanta. It's not about taking over Atlanta, right?
Nah.
All you need is a piece.
That's the key.
All you need is one piece of Atlanta, and you good. Yeah. You straight.
And let's be clear, everybody that's attacking Atlanta is attacking Atlanta because they wish their hometown felt like this. Let's be clear, there is a jealousy of Atlanta. That's why everybody's from here wants to be from here. Because when you come here, you see how blacks live, you like, I ain't never seen nobody free like this.
That's a fact.
Now, let's talk about media. Now, this is also the South. There's a such thing as Southern hospitality. You gotta understand, people in the South are not like, here's the difference between people up north and people in the South. Up north, I'm gonna talk shit to your face the day I meet you, and I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. Do something. In the South, we're not gonna talk shit about you till we're your friend. I gotta love you to be, man, John, ugly ass. No, I'm not joining nobody I don't like. Right. Because I know in the South, everybody has guns.
Yes.
And I know that everybody has guns in the South, and that dude can get his dad gun and come up here and shoot the school up, because my high school got shot up twice when I was at Banneker. So it's just, I'm in the South. So another thing about the South, Charleston, is that we can't act like you because we might get ran up on. Now, I'm gonna just give Charleston some props. When I first saw Charleston White, I was like, this nigga either gonna die or he gonna be the biggest nigga in hip hop. Because he was the antagonist that hip hop needed. Like, it was like, you need, like, y'all know how this shit is. Like, we tell each other the truth to your face, but we don't talk shit to you when when the camera's on. Yep. I might tell Raheem, fix your sneakers now, but when the camera on, I'm like, my nigga is up. Because I'm supposed to, that's what you're supposed to do for a teammate. So you're not gonna see that in Atlanta, but I do believe that there has to be growth from artists here and fans here and their teams to understand that the only thing that can probably save Atlanta now is Atlanta media.
No, that's a fact.
That's the only thing that can save it. But like, that's the only thing that can save it is Atlanta media.
You know who's getting left out of this?
Who?
The people that's actually listening.
Yes.
They have evolved.
Yep.
They're smart.
They understand.
They understand
Yep.
now. So I can't just go in here and be like, such and such is the greatest. He's so great.
Yeah.
He's the best. Everything is perfect about this
Yeah.
guy. And because everybody gonna be like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's biased. What are you talking about?
You know, I say like you allowed to have an opinion, right? You can have an opinion, but if you ain't part of that culture, and I think you touched on that before in like previous podcast episodes, like if you're not from Atlanta and you know what I mean, you know, it's like you can have an opinion on the culture, but it's one thing to be.
But that's another thing.
To be embedded in like here and came from here and
Right.
And that's another thing.
You know
Atlanta
what I mean?
wants Atlanta. If you came at Clark and you came at 18,
Atlanta wants Atlanta to win.
That's my point. So if you
Yeah,
came
you know?
at if you came at Clark and you doing it, it's like you ain't Atlanta. You live here, but are you? Because in Atlanta, you have to go to school with people. You have to go to high school here. Like I was just looking at Diamond Princess about how they went to high school. That's a big thing here. What school your ass went to? He from here. What school he went to? He from the South Side. What school he went to? Oh, he went to what's the school up north? He went to North Atlanta. And they had a good mom and a good daddy. He's from the South Side, but they had a good mom and a good daddy.
Yeah, so that's side can work against you.
The North Side work against you.
North side can work, but Migos kind of even it out.
Yes. Migos even it out. But yeah, go ahead.
The last thing I want to say about that is like, bruh, you're not gonna get a true academics level like, man, what you talking about? And like where a nigga wildin' because you will bump into a nigga at Lenox Mall. You will bump into a nigga in Midtown.
And he will
like,
stand on your car and be like, I'm looking for your bitch. And now you at war
Niggas
for something
ain't
you
doing
said.
that. You can't get low like that.
It's another thing. It's bro, I said that. It's hard to, you cannot have a Vlad here.
No.
A nigga ask you, yo, so when you did that crime, nigga, you are crazy. It's no disrespect to Vlad. It's just, in Atlanta, Atlanta it's like a certain way we treat each other here. Black people have amnesty. I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm not gonna kill you like that. It's like, I just understand what it is. So, shout out to Charleston though for putting the spotlight on us and making us seem like bad guys. Like, that's not what it is. Like,
no, I agree. Like, he basically mad that niggas won't crash out. You know what I mean?
But that's another thing. It's one more thing I want to say, because he says something. Let me ask you a question. This is for everybody here. We all know what murder is, right? But like, if your mother did it, or your father did it, or your brother, you gonna try to move the goalpost. Man, my mom only did it cuz.
Right.
No, that's fact.
So when you say y'all move the goalpost for each other, that's protection, that's love. Yeah. I don't think you understand that. When Bank is moving the goal for his brother, it's because I'm not gonna let y'all turn me against my brother. And if I am gonna turn against him, I'm gonna have a private conversation with him first.
Yep.
I'm not gonna let the internet turn me into a adversary of my brother because y'all said he said something. So that's another thing, bro. Like, we are gonna move the goalpost. By the way,
Yes.
y'all should too.
Everybody
y'all
does.
have. Y'all have moved the goalpost.
Nobody gonna ride for us like us. And I'm gonna be honest, I think the deep-rooted thing in what you said about Charleston White and putting Lil Baby over Akademiks, I think it was deeper. Charleston White is on the media side. He's like, ain't no way no artist is above us.
Yes.
Because he's like, I'm on 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Artists not on 24 hours a day.
Charleston White posts 37 posts a day.
Yeah, he
You
do.
can't beat him.
You can't beat none of these guys. So that's why it goes back to what we said. Every artist, everybody should have three things: a DJ, a PR person, and a podcaster on your side. Period. It's non-negotiable anymore.
I agree.
It's a fact. The internet is open 24 hours a day. Ray is on all day long.
Can't beat it.
I'm on all day long. B-High on all day long.
He doing an interview right now.
Right now.
Everybody doing a 2-hour interview. Think about this. An album, Raheem, is an hour. And you ask somebody to listen to your album once for an hour, and I'm giving you 2 or 3 hours every week. And I'm getting that hour that you would get. So I'm selling albums every week, and you.
Name me somebody gonna out-talk Ray.
Come on.
Nobody.
And there's one more important thing I'm gonna say to Charleston. I'm gonna say to Ray Daniels. I'm gonna say to all of us. You and y'all three, y'all don't have to, this ain't for y'all, but I'm gonna say this. Nobody would give a fuck about what Akademiks said if he wasn't talking about a superstar like Baby.
100%.
So let's never forget.
That's true.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm just saying it's important to say this because it's like
yeah.
you if the minute you start thinking that a commentator is bigger than the player. You think you bigger than the program. Don't ever think you bigger than the program, because then the program will change and we might not have one no more. Because let's be clear, it feel like music is dying. By the way, Lil Baby has the #1 song on Apple Music and has had it a top 10 hit right now. Right now. But here's the thing, nobody is talking about it. But everybody's talking about what Axe said about him. So that's what I'm trying to get Baby and his team to see. You can have the #1 record in the country like right now, but someone like Charleston and Axe could just change the narrative on your whole thing. And now you're looking at it differently. So it's not that Charleston is wrong. It's just Charleston doesn't understand the fucking order. I don't care about Homer's book if Odysseus didn't live it. I don't care about your book on the Troy if there was no Achilles. We are the talkers. We are the orators that tell the stories that the people need to know. We don't dictate it. We're not dictators. They are. Whoever's on stage, we want to hear what you got to say about who was on stage. If Ack was talking about no-name rappers in New Jersey and New York, he wouldn't get no views, Charleston White.
Yeah, no doubt.
He wouldn't get no views. So you got to stop disrespecting the need for the stars. Because the chicks always show up for the cool niggas first. And then the nerds get them. Then the nerds get them, but the chicks always show up for the cool niggas first. And I wasn't born a cool nigga. I'll be honest, I was a smart nigga. So, smart niggas got to figure out their lane in the game before they can start. And by the way, Charleston White is a smart one too. Brilliant one. But he also knew, I don't know none of these motherfuckers, and ain't none of them gonna do nothing to me because I'll call the police on y'all bitch asses. So he became a character that you can't touch. And to be honest with you, I respect it because that was genius. But don't ever forget, homeboy, that if all the rappers stop rapping, I don't know if people want to hear what we got to say.
No.
If all the R&B artists start singing, I don't know if people want to hear what we got to say. If music, remember, I watched Get Up and First Take because they talk about the game. If there's no game, I don't give a fuck what those guys have to say. So always be respectful for the fucking kings that was here first, respectfully. That's my last on that subject.
Because the way he came at Jay Prince, if there was the equivalent of Atlanta,
that's what I'm saying. Like
niggas wouldn't do that.
Another thing, let me just say another thing is very important. Acknowledgement is respect.
Yeah.
Acknowledgement is respect. The fact that everybody's talking about Atlanta is because Atlanta is Atlanta is the shining bright star on the map.
It's a Mecca, man. They fought for that.
Everybody, we got all the stars. We was by the way, we was Thug, and we was controlling everything. Yeah. We was, and it's like we loved it. So it's like you can't get mad at us for playing that game. Shout out to everybody, but can we go to something? I want to talk about something because we got this. So I'm not in this. This is when I got, because Don, we talk a lot, but Don, we ain't the only ones that got ourselves some shit.
Yeah.
Mickey Factz. I go on the internet this weekend, and I see Mickey Factz, and Mickey Factz is like, yo, he's talking like me. Like, Mickey is usually the reserved one. What do you guys think, class? What do we think, class? Mickey was like, Jim Jones did it, Spesh this. And then I'm not gonna lie to you, when I heard this 38 Spesh diss, because first of all, I love Fat Joe. Man, they let me do. I love Joe. You can't disrespect Joe and come around me. I just love Joe. I just love him. So when I saw him disrespect Joe, I was like, I don't know if I want to talk now because it's like this. So I was happy you was gonna talk, but he didn't come. So can you give us an update? Because now people are saying it's 2 Street. It's past bars in the street. Can you give us an update?
Yeah. So the last time we spoke, I was here and I said that 38 needed to rap. 38 finally rapped last Friday. He went to Summer Jam and he kicked his diss record to Jadakiss, Jim Jones, and Fat Joe, along with Khaled. Khaled also got a shot. The internet reacted to it in a way where they didn't like it. A lot of people thought it was mid and it wasn't enough for the artist that he went at. So, me, I react to diss records. So I reacted to it, and then I went live right after I reacted to it, and I said
got posted.
Yeah, 38.
Use you in the war. Use you in the war.
Yeah. Me and Jada was chopping it up, and as me and him were chopping it up, 38 posted me on his page. Which made it just was creepy. Not creepy, but it was just like
the algorithm.
It's the algorithm.
It's a game, right? It was like
because I'm live. I got a lot of people on my live.
The phone was listening.
It was like 1,500 people in the live. But in my mind, I'm like, it's just people that it's my support system. I'm not thinking 38 watching this or 38 posts me saying Jim Jones started this whole thing telling his mans to diss 38. So 38 took that and was like, see, Mickey know what's going on, right? So that, I'm like, okay, here we go. But now, where we at right now is.
So hold on, can you explain that to us? Did Jim Jones really start? I want to know. Like,
so it was at one point it was just Jada and 38. 38 just said whatever he said to Jada. Jim Jones came out and was like, he gave his opinion on it and said he didn't dress well enough to go at Jadakiss. And then that's when 38 responded back and was like, well, what you talking about, man? Don't talk about my clothes. And then Jim, the same day he saw it, said, listen, it could be a hot summer for you. I'm going to give my man a deal if tonight when he shoot at you. And when he went at, because, New York, I'm in Atlanta.
I love Jim. Go ahead.
I'm in Atlanta, so when I hear y'all talk about Atlanta, it's the South versus the North, right? But not versus, it's a difference.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Migos, I'm learning Migos is North, but everybody else is South, right? So
No, it's East, South, West. Don from the East, I'm from the South.
Right. So I don't know none of that shit. So essentially, upstate New York is not the same as New York City. Right? And a lot of people don't understand that. So Benny the Butcher, the West Side Gun, Stove God, Conway, Spesh, they all upstate. It's not New York City. So now when Jim Jones says that, this guy is going at 38 Spesh, all of the rappers upstate are now dissing New York City rappers, and New York City rappers are now dissing everybody from upstate. And that was because of Jim Jones. Jim Jones said that, right? So now... now after the record comes out, the response is there, 38 puts the video out.
Yes.
He gets a dwarf, right? We don't say the M word, right? He gets a dwarf, right? to represent Jadakiss.
I saw that.
Which is a little nasty. And he has a bunch of AI in the video, and people starting to, come around to the record a little bit. And then now, the streets is getting involved, right? Like they get paperwork on Joe allegedly, paperwork on 38 Spesh allegedly, 24-hour mandates, 12-hour mandates.
Recanting on the... He's not the snitch.
And then I think it was yesterday, 38 calls out Jadakiss to battle for $500,000.
Yep.
He wants to do a bet. He said, I got $500,000 to go against Jadakiss on the stage. We don't need no beat, me and you, to see who's the better MC.
I just want to say this real quick. I got to pause and say this. Yo, shout out to 38 Spesh. 2 months ago, most of the country did not know his name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I only knew it because Graf is my guy, and I heard the album between him and Graf, so I knew him from that perspective. But shout out to 38 Spesh because a response is acknowledgement. And the fact that they responded lets you know he's worth acknowledging. So he's now almost a household name. I just want to shout him out for that because it's a lot of people trying to figure out how to get in the game. It's not a game anymore. It's WWE. If you good at something, call out somebody you think you better than them at and say, I'm the best at that, nigga. And if that person acknowledges you, you got to battle. I just want to say that because I appreciate the whole sport of it because, like, we're really seeing, like, you got to remember, like, when I think about upstate, I think about Griselda.
Right.
Buffalo.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think about 38, but now I think about 38 Spesh and all the other rappers that's coming. That's how you put a place on a map. Now, I just love it. I just want to say that because that's brilliant. That's the good part to me. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's a lot of money as well for an independent artist to just say, hey, I got $500,000. I got half a ticket. Mm-hmm. I want you to put up half a ticket. Let's do this. Let's keep it rap and do it from that perspective. That is outrageous to see somebody, put that
independent.
Yeah, independently.
Mm-hmm. $500,000.
Now let me ask
So
you
was
this.
was the freestyle, was it mid or was it, how'd you feel?
It was cool.
It was cool.
It was too slow, man.
Yeah.
It was cool. I mean, it wasn't enough to get a Jadakiss response. I do think Jim Jones should respond because he went at his wife. He went at him. He went at his wife.
At it, he really only like slight mentioned Jada, like one bar.
One bar for Jada.
Really for Jim.
For Jim Jones.
Okay.
For Jim Jones. So like I think the same way Jim was very quick to go at Pusha T, he should go at 38 Spesh.
But the 500,000 is for Jadakiss.
500,000 for Jadakiss.
So let me ask you this: does this hurt Jada if he don't take this battle?
No,
Jada's not gonna do it.
No, it doesn't.
Can't hurt
Okay,
Jada at this point.
No, listen, I'm on Jada team. I'm like, yo. First of all, Spesh says the threat. I will only take the challenge just to see if he bring in cash. Just to see if you got it. Like I'm like, because when I saw him say that, I was like, yo, this nigga, he mortgaging the house off to battle you, bro. Like.
Yeah.
I just make sure the funds is guaranteed. But if so, I'm like, 38 Spesh is up now, in my opinion. He's up. He's that guy from like he to me has established himself just from this alone because Jadakiss is top 3 to me from New York.
Oh, for sure.
And for Jadakiss to acknowledge you is like, hey, I might not love your music, but you bar for bar got to be a heavyweight because the heavyweight just acknowledge you.
Can I ask you this, Mickey? So the actual diss record was, like we said, mostly aimed at Jim.
Yes.
Then 38 goes on to say, I got $500,000 for Jada.
Right.
Is this a slick strategy to sidestep having to go right at Jada because he don't want to go song for song? Because I think deep down he knows Jada's not going to do a one-on-one battle. Like, he going to be like, your arm's too short to box with guys.
I don't think so. So the thing about it is, so there's a level of confidence that 38 Spesh has, right? Because for you to bet, it's not, let me pay you. Because in the battle world, each MC gets paid to write and go on stage. 38 is saying, I have 500,000, you bring 500,000. Let's get Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, and Kool G Rap to judge the battle.
Oh my God.
And he doesn't want anybody there. He just wants those 3 people there. He wants Smack to be there. And they judge the battle. Whoever they says wins right then and there, walks away with an extra $500,000.
He had to take Kool G Rap out though. They got the album.
Yeah, they got an album together.
They got an album together.
They got an album together. So it's to me, and this is to me, I don't think that Jadakiss is going to respond song-wise. I don't think he's going to agree to his terms. And I don't think he's going to say anything about or to 38 Spesh, ever. I think this is going to be an ignore kind of situation.
But see, here's the best part. He don't have to, because now Jim Jones going to say something.
I believe Jim Jones should say something.
Yeah.
Because, he went at him, he went at his girl. Like, and he told him it was going to be a hot summer if you did anything to me. Spesh.
Nah, I definitely don't think Jim Jones is winning in any kind of battle.
No, I don't. I think that Jim Jones makes good music. I think that he's gotten much better. I think that there's a chance that
he's not battling 38.
He's not. But he told him it was going to be a hot summer. So we got 45 more days.
Let me tell you something.
You're like, what does that mean?
What does that mean, bro? Hey, now you know they had those bowls around where they pour. They be like skills, confidence.
Yes.
Listen, when Jim Jones confidence.
Oh yeah. You just pouring it over.
And don't stop.
So I'm just telling you, like, he has that aura because he has the confidence. Like Jim made you see him as what he is. So I just gotta, I think Jim will give him a run, but I also think that, like, right now, the winner of this whole thing is 38 Spesh because the entire hip-hop nation is speaking about it, and that's acknowledgement. Once you acknowledge, you can do anything from there.
You can do anything from there. I agree.
All right, we want to go through a couple things.
Yeah, I know.
We have to, y'all.
Yeah, okay. What?
Cheyenne is back in the headline.
I wasn't
Why
even
you
going
say it like that?
I wasn't going to do that one. I was going to
Let me
say.
say that one next week. Where you want to go?
He said save it next week.
Listen, we got an R&B legend on stage, like on the pod.
Yes.
And there was an R&B legend on stage. And he called a young, beautiful lady, Usher Raymond. You know what I mean? Usher called a beautiful lady onto the stage for his Nice and Slow segment of the show on tour with Chris Brown. And she leaned out of, position.
Him.
She basically rejected him and then said, I wanted Chris Brown. So one question is,
That's preference.
have you ever had an on-stage moment with a fan not go as expected, and then just some of your thoughts?
I'm very improv up there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna it's gonna be a moment. I'm gonna turn that into a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like the unenthusiastic, moment. I'm gonna turn that into I'm gonna make that. I'm the star up there. I'm gonna make the moment about this girl's became a star. Like she's on TMZ now.
Yes,
Like you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta. So I think as an artist on stage is you gotta remember like in real time you control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Like you control the narrative.
You could just
gotta, but it's a reading the room thing and just control the narrative, and you know what I mean. And then how what you say and how you move after that is a reflection.
So was
of
it ego?
It's something to talk about. It's something to really talk about though, because the one thing about Chris and the one thing that Chris and this Usher tour brought out was how this is not a show for a certain girl. This is a show for a family. Mm-hmm. This is a show for a girl in college.
It's a show for culture.
Girl in college, right? If you 19, 20, you in college, you grew up on Chris. This is for a girl that's in her mid-30s. She likes both, right? And then this is for the older women that love Usher, right? So now what happens is you got a stadium full of estrogen of all ages. And the one thing that I didn't think about that I don't know if Usher thought about is that Usher's a year or two older than me. So, you know, if you bring it on a girl 22, 23, 24, as much as her mother wants you, she looking at you like, you my mother's man. Oh, you my mother's man. I came here for my man. So it's like, but I got picked. I ain't gonna not say nothing. But I think that to me, I just thought that was like a sign. I'm like, damn, R&B really has. Because her response was, I came for CB. My mother and grandmother came for Usher.
And when you want a ticket, that's the thing about when you want a ticket, when you want a tour with multiple artists, everybody ain't coming to see you.
Everybody ain't coming to see you.
That's the most humbling part that's the most humbling part of the experience.
Boy.
But the goal is for them to
Learn about you.
Feel you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Make a fan.
And make a fan. Like, you know what I mean? That's typically why this is a different thing because this is a celebration of culture, even in how they doing the show. I think that they creating a blueprint for a lot of different genres to be able to cross-pollinate, you know what I mean? Like, I think, especially with social media, you know what I'm saying, it can make us all narcissists in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, the platforms really, if we use them right, is to expose people to talent that's not out there, to discover things, to stamp things, you know what I mean? So,
what if the roles are reversed? What if it's Janet and Sierra? Right?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And a guy goes up, and Janet calls the guy up there, and he backs up off her because he wants Sierra. Like, like what?
Oh, it would have been everything.
Hold on.
What happened?
Okay, let's be clear.
TikTok alert.
Okay, let me say something. Men in society.
the mind of an MC.
I want to know. I got the easy answer to that. Men in society don't have options. I don't give a fuck who grabbed you. You should be thankful, nigga. That's how the world see men. Women, on the other hand, she's beautiful. She has options. LeBron, your ass better take what you can get, nigga. You lucky to be here. You're lucky to be here. You got the fat one, we don't care. Nah, nigga, be happy you got one. You ain't got. Like,
you gonna eat good. You gonna eat good.
You don't want to eat that. We'll cut you out.
Take it for the team.
My question was there a male ego at any point in time with Usher, feeling rejected by a woman? Like, because it's just like,
of course.
It's like,
I'm not an artist. You got to ask him. That's an artist
You
question.
pull a lady up there, everybody's responsive, everybody's
I think it was
sharing.
I think it's the aftermath.
Okay.
Of
That rules the ego, right?
Yeah. They can, you know what I'm saying?
I came in for them. I came in for this.
You know,
I think he walked. Yeah, because Usher walked her off like, I'm the man, nigga. Get her out of here.
That's what I expected.
But I think the after effect, like he's saying, it's like now that she's getting TMZ press and everybody else is starting to see it.
Somebody in the background saying, bitch.
Right.
But it started. She had to address it. It started because folks was they found her and was in
they
the
found
comments
her.
Like, yo.
Who is she?
Right, be honest though. She gave the most light skin.
Response.
For sure.
Like I'm above you, bitches. School days answer. If y'all ain't pretty like this, just say that. Like, yo.
Everything about her lackluster.
Yes.
I think she over like 60,000 followers now too.
To the point where Usher on the next show, he was like, "Listen, I'm coming into the city. If you don't want to get up on stage, please don't come up on stage."
Yeah, please don't come.
That's what he literally said.
Now, do you think that Usher should have apologized like how he did and did a whole little
No.
What?
For what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't have done that.
Nah, I mean, but like I said, it probably wouldn't have never got to that point because it's like it's just reading the room and just like you know what I mean, like But I'm different. I'm like your favorite performance.
I was about to say we about to get into that. I'm saying you damn near gotta say, yo, make sure they 30. Make sure they not here with they man. Like it's rules you gotta ask.
She might not even touch the stage with me, cause I might have been like, "Hey, you too young."
Yes.
Like,
where your mom at? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
auntie, give me somebody
or just
else.
like, you know.
And I think I think that's the rule. That's the part where us men gotta learn to read. How do you? Nah, come on, I can't do.
Read
this.
that room, yeah.
Yeah, like
no
you get
doubt.
off the stage, and then it makes the women love you more because like, oh, he's not R. Kelly.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm being honest with you, like
Because that, like, yo, at my shows, like, legit, you know, we do the meet and greet. It's like 3 generations coming out to the show.
But let me just, that's a real thing for
No,
men.
I know.
Like if you got a beard or gray, you don't need to be around nobody under 30. They gon'
R. Kelly would have
they gonna
said
paint
she
you
was too
something.
old.
No, they are.
They gon' and when they paint you that as a and it's like it's another thing that we don't talk about because we all went to high school together. Girls, I'm 46. If I say out loud around, if I'm in a group for the 46-year-old women and I say, man, I want a woman 35, every woman in there hates me.
So what's the cutoff? What's the cutoff?
Hear me out, because let me tell you why. Because they feel like, why don't you want anybody your age? And I'm like, because when I was younger, y'all didn't want me. Y'all wanted the older niggas that had cars.
Yeah.
Y'all wanted the older. So now that I'm established, I want someone that wants the older niggas too. I want to reestablish myself too, goddamn. I ain't with that shit. Like shit, like
it is a double standard because the older ladies, we like tenders.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do what you want. So what's the cutoff? Like, okay,
hybrid nigga.
Listen, here's
Hybrid
the cutoff.
nigga back.
you 46.
If you old enough, if you got 20 years, you shouldn't be on stage with them.
No, yeah.
If you
Nah,
46
you
and they
right.
26, you should not be on
I
stage
agree.
doing
You right.
I
anything
agree.
with them.
I
You
agree.
right.
Like 20 years should be the cut. Because you know why I say 20? Because 20 is obvious on stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell.
It's very clear.
Damn, I feel bad for that little girl up there with that grown ass man. What is he doing to her? She's never had that done to her before. It's like, you just gotta be careful. So, I don't know, but right, but what I was gonna say to you, Raheem, like when it comes to R&B, I feel like, I saw Dream say this, and I wanted to start our conversation, open up with this. I feel like hip hop was R&B's first cousin. That R&B lived in a big mansion, and hip-hop lived in the projects. And R&B said, let's invite our cousin out here. He's cool. You know, R&B had the talent, but hip-hop had the cool. And I think once they let hip-hop in, the mansion is no longer like Eastside High. Like Eastside High.
Cuz was like, hey, cuz, you ever smoke some weed?
Exactly. now you're so right, bro.
Hey,
so that's around the 90s.
Hey, let's go to bar and have a little shot of Hennessy.
You ain't never listened to Snoop Dogg?
You ain't never listened to Snoop Dogg?
Right.
The Chronic? Hold on. And then what happened is that the cool cousins just took over. And
Let me
now,
show you how to Subaru.
And now black music. Now black music is. So now black music is all hip hop and R&B has a role.
Yeah, there's been a
reverse.
role reversal.
And I honestly feel like during that reversal, we lost love in the black community. Just being honest.
For sure.
Because I learned how to, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I remember being young, playing Music Soul Child as a 20-some-year-old man, playing Teach Me How to Love for a girl saying, this is how I really feel. I just never knew how to express myself. Like, I don't know how to love you. So music saying that made it easy for me, but it also kept me as a man. It kept me as a man that was connected to himself. And I feel like because of hip-hop's influence, I feel like, basically what I'm saying is that I feel like R&B needs to come back strong, but I feel like it needs to come back with an attitude, LaRon. It needs to come back with somebody who's like, I'm going there. I'm going to come out with an attitude. Someone who's acting the way James Brown acted.
We got to we got to bring back the R&B voicemail era.
Yes. Control it. But listen, you know what we need? Like, when's the last time somebody did an all-woman show? Like how Teddy Pendergrass used to do. Like, it's like we got to get back to touching, like, we got to let R&B in, guys. I'm telling you, we don't. You see how these chicks are acting now? You see how these chicks are acting now? These bunch of in the head. Like all these chicks is crazy.
Facts,
they crazy because they ain't never listened to R&B music. They never heard a man say, come on and go with me.
Yeah,
like, they never heard that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they only heard men talking like rappers, so they talk back like rappers. Like, I don't even know how to speak to some of these girls now because I'm like, who the fuck? you sound like a nigga right now.
Yeah.
So I question you, Raheem, like, and I see you, and LeBron is my man, and I'm watching you,
Yeah.
and you guys are taking, you on some James Brown shit. You're like,
sure.
I'm gonna own my own tickets, I'm gonna own the emails, I'm gonna own the fan base. You're not gonna have to deal with no outside parties. I'm the party.
Most importantly, I'm gonna own me.
Yes, that's my point. If your experience go wrong with me, it's because of me and mine. It ain't because of those people.
And how do we fix it?
So
Because the customer's always right.
Yeah, he got a song called Customer. You lined that up. Hold on, I just caught that. So my thing is that I feel like R&B needs more gangster mentalities. I don't want to say gangster like kill him up, shoot him up, but like James Brown was a gangster. You a gangster, like
for sure.
There's some gangster shit y'all doing. We gonna own it ourselves. Mm-hmm. What made you decide to take that approach?
Man, I started out independent. You know what I mean? So you're getting it from the mud. I was always like, I'm like heavily influenced by hip hop culture. You know what I mean? The independence of it. When you talk about like, I was in the job record system. So prior to, I think it might have happened right before I got my deal or right after. But like, I remember like E40 getting a 40, 40 piece, 40 mil from, you know what I mean? Like out the trunk being an independent artist. I just, UGK, RIP, Pimp C. I remember having a conversation with Bun about how they just could just live and be wealthy and be comfortable off of just the state of Texas alone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and just understanding that independent.
Wow.
And then, DC being its own melting pot. We have go-go music, which is, the top bands make 6-7 figures a year. You know what I mean? You got some of these bands that have been around for 50 years.
Wow.
40 years. You know what I mean? We don't have to leave the region and just, you play the mid-Atlantic region, where the colleges are, the HBCUs, and the thing, and what's unique about the go-go community is that they follow you. You know what I mean? And they'll come see you locally 4, 5, 6 nights a week if that's what they want to do, if they have the disposable income.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I understood a lot. One of my last job that I had was Tower Records. You know what I mean? So I had an opportunity to see who the consumer is, what they buy, how black folks buy, how white folks buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just all of that. You know what I mean? And then understanding like frequency and appeal. And I just always was one like I bet on me. You know what I mean? I've been part of a major. I know what that looks like. I knew that when I signed my deal with Job Records, I'd be there for a good time, not a long time. Like that was the plan. Like you know what I mean. So if you don't have a plan,
wasn't trying to be.
I wasn't. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like when I left. It wasn't a situation where I got dropped. It was a situation where there was a loophole in my contract where I was going into my third or my fourth period, and they came to me and said, "Hey, the music business is changing. Sales are declining. We know in the contract we're due to owe you like $1 million or for that for that next period, right? But could you do it for this?" And I'm like, yeah, I could do it for this, but I want that. I want what you supposed to give me. But I knowing that they couldn't, so we just wait. I've been independent since 2011, January 1st, 2011. I gave them till then to say, hey, like we can either continue our business as is, or
y'all gotta let me go.
Yeah, you gotta let me go.
Now you on the radio now too, right?
Yeah. I got the #1 nighttime music show,
right.
The #1 nighttime show in the DMV, in the DC area.
And what's that like? Being an artist in the system, right? Specifically in the mid 2000s to when you left the label. Because we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Doing drops for radio DJs.
We were label mates at one point.
Yes, we were label mates.
Yeah.
So what is it, how does it feel to now be in that position where you're in syndication, you have the #1 nighttime radio space, and looking to grow that in that space?
Man, I anticipate, the crystal ball says I'll be syndicated next year. You know, I see myself being syndicated. You know what I mean? It's like, but I see it, man. I be seeing it. Like, you gotta, you know, there's an art to believing versus knowing. You know what I mean? And so it's one thing to know it. It's one thing to believe it. I'm a knower. You know what I mean? So like, so ever since a kid, I grew up listening to Melvin Lindsay. You know, on HUR. You know, I remember when Phyllis Hyman died and he announced it. You know what I mean? I remember when Marvin Gaye passed. You know what I mean? So I remember, you know, and that's the thing about music, and that's the thing about radio.
Right.
That you remember, you know, it puts you in community in a different way.
A timestamp, yeah.
It's a time. You know what I'm saying? It's a timestamp. It's a memory piece, right? Man, so it just. I mean, when I signed my contract with HUR, transparently, like I wept like a baby because it's something I always wanted to do.
Wow.
You know, and then I had auditioned for other places. You know, I had, you know, there were opportunities where I thought I almost got the job. You know, and I say that, you know, God has a sense of humor. Right. You know what I mean? You want to make God, you want to make him laugh, make your own plans.
Yeah.
Because what would be the, you know, what would be the chance that out of all the opportunities that I would end up doing The Quiet Storm, you know what I mean? Something that was created, it's been 50 years now. You know, shout out to Kathy Hughes, who was the brainchild behind it, and then gave it to Melvin to say, hey, you should do this. You should do a show like this. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's a full circle moment, especially for what DC, Maryland, Virginia means to me, what I mean to it. You know, I my whole movement, you know, selling the mixtapes out the trunk, out the green Camry, you know what I mean? Like, just, you know, from bar none, open mic days, and just yeah, man, it's been an incredible. It'll be 2 years in October.
Wow. I want to ask you a question. Because 2011, that means 15 years you've been indie. 15 years you've been.
Yeah, man.
15. So I like to call it the
16 years.
16 years.
16
I
years
like to call it the collared dog versus the wolf. Right? The collared dog. He has everything he wants, but he has a collar on his neck, and that collar is always a reminder that I could pull you to me or control you.
I'm the wolf.
You've been a wolf for 15 years, 16 years now. So my point is my question is, are there a lot of artists, I know this has to be happening, coming your way that are getting put into the independent space, and they like, I don't know how to survive like this.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, call Raheem, he's been a wolf for a long time.
You know what it is?
Calls?
Actually, I reach out to them. I reach out to them, or they reach out. Yeah, I have a lot of conversations at 2:00 in the morning.
That's what I can imagine.
Talking folks off the ledge.
Your girl, like, who you on the phone with? This
you
dude,
know what I mean?
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, but that's what we supposed to do. Like, if you're in a position, you know, that's how I came up. My big homie's a DJ Jazzy Jeff, you know, Kenny Dope Gonzalez from Masters of Work, Louis, you know, DJ Terry Hunter.
Shout out to Terry.
You know what I mean? Just to name a few, you know. LeBron Harris, you know what I mean? Baby Sam, you know what I mean? Like those, you know what I mean? David Banner,
love Sam.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so you know, it's about you got to know who you are getting into it, but you better understand that it's a business. Like it's a business. It's a very cutthroat business. It's a very meticulous business.
But you know, I want to say this. Business in general is naturally cutthroat.
Yeah, for sure.
Because decisions are made in black and white, right? And usually when we're making decisions about cutting people, that's humans, right? But when you're looking at the bottom line, it's like the business don't survive if we don't cut this. So sometimes I hate when people say the music business is cutthroat, but it's to me, every other business is cutthroat because they're all trying to figure out how to get rid of you. Like that's all business is. Like, hey, I know I gotta pay you 10%, but for how long? Before I can get it to 5, then get it to 3, and then eventually get rid of you. That's the concept of business.
And right now, there's about to be a trickle down effect of like where I wholeheartedly feel like, you know, the black execs are being pushed out.
Oh yeah,
100%.
You know what I mean? Like the black execs are being. So when the black execs get pushed out, the black artists get pushed out. Let me rephrase that. The black execs get pushed out. The budgets start to change. That's the first thing. You know what I'm saying? The money changes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the plug is changing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and this is so it's going to be a domino effect of that. You know what I mean? So, you know, man, I was having a conversation 2 o'clock this morning, right? In a club. You know what I mean? In a section, right? Where like the climate is, you know, as sexy as it is to, you know, as a saying, it's fun to spending somebody else's money and spending your own,
man.
right? But if that ain't accessible no more, then what? You know what I mean?
Looks different.
And but when you've been your own, your own label, your own distributor, your own marketing team, you know what I mean?
You're a
you know,
wolf.
yeah, you have to invest in yourself. You know what I mean? So you make sacrifices in other spaces to do that, whatever that means, right? But yeah, I'm definitely a wolf. I'm a patient wolf though.
But that's what I respect the most about you, because as long as I've been knowing you, and you know this game, like in my game, Don, you know this, Mickey, you know this, people will say one thing to the real world, but position themselves to the business world differently. Like they'll be telling the real world, I'm independent, I'm getting money, I'm doing this, and they be behind scenes hitting people at the labels being like, yo man, give me a check. Help me out, help me figure out what to do. You know, so when I see someone like you, who I know positions yourself like independent or die, boss or die, it's like, I just gotta give you respect, bro.
It's the illest bet.
It's the
bet on yourself.
It's the best bet.
It's the best bet. It's the ultimate bet. But it ain't, man. It ain't. You know, I make this shit look easy. It's not easy. Like, you know what I mean?
It takes one to know one, bro. It's
it's not.
It's stressful as fuck to do this.
Yeah, my right hand, my engineer, producer. We've grown together. You know what I mean? He does the house for the sound. Now, you know, sound for the house or whatever. It was funny. I said, yo, what's like? I just asked him randomly, like, in the last 24 hours, because he's probably been on the road. It's been like 2 years now, or not even 2 years. Yeah, going on 2 years. I'm like, what you learn? I was just kind of like through his lens and scope, because through my lens and scope right now, it's crazy, man. And the end of the year ain't even here yet, but I know what's coming. I know, you know what I mean. It's like the biggest thing is like being healthy mentally, not being a crash out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Living to see it, right? But and things are trial and error. You constantly tweaking it. But I'm like, what's some of the things you learned, like, or that since you've been out here with me? Because it's different when when he wasn't out here, and I'm like, yo, I just touched down trying to get to the studio, and and it's like, yo, man, we've been in Atlanta for a few days, you know, and getting it, and you know, and on most nights I still end up at the studio too after when all that's done, because don't nothing move without the work.
Is Tory Lanez the king of that space, the independent R&B space?
Oh hell yeah, I would say that.
Yeah,
I would say that. I mean, look, like even where he at right now, it's like it's you ain't got no excuse. If you outside,
that's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, it's no excuse now. Like, as an artist, like, you know, and the biggest, the toughest thing probably has been for me, is separating myself from talented entitlement, non-visionary people. Because a lot of times you can see things in people that can't see in themselves. You know what I mean?
So real.
And I've had to put certain boundaries in place. I've had to, you know, probably my biggest moving forward, like, is telling people no, right? But more importantly, though, be careful who you help. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Jada that said it. Like, I saw in an interview, one of the cats from the Locks was basically speaking on like be careful who you help, because you're like, I don't offer help no more. I had to realize that's something I do. Man, you're dope. You can sing. Man, I ain't seen you in 10 years. Let's get together, work on music, whatever. And I kind of just really just basically hold their hand and help them with the situation. You know, if it goes left, whatever, you know, people will literally, you can give somebody the world, and or you know, do a lot for them, and they'll tell you that you didn't do anything for them.
You be helping your enemy.
And it's the one that hurt the most. I ain't asked you to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hate that one.
Oh, I hate
That's
that.
the worst one.
And you know it. You like, you motherfucker. Not no better.
I know. You're right. I didn't ask you to do it. I did it out of love. I did it out of like, you know what I'm saying? I saw something in you might not have saw in yourself. So, I mean, you know, I had to realize that, you know, I was self-sabotaging in the sense
you gotta protect yourself.
Yeah, I gotta protect. Yeah, because you can't help everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever thought about doing a collab album with a rapper? And if so,
oh, absolutely. So, it's crazy.
I have an idea.
It's crazy you say that. So
you and one other person. I know who I'm thinking.
So I got a whole album recorded with Snoop, never came out.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Start there.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he got that Death Row record.
A manager at the time, I don't know what the conversation was, but me and Snoop had a conversation. He was working, everything was locked in. The valuable lesson in that was because I remember when me and Snoop first had the conversation, and he asked me something specifically. He said, "Yo, you self-made?" And I didn't know what he was. I knew what he was asking me, right? Like you your own boss? And I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? Because I cleared my own, at this stage in my career, I cleared my own records and have a publishing deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, boom, boom. But I still had at the time I had a manager and there's different types of managers. You know what I'm saying? You got the type of managers that they work for you. Mm-hmm. You know, and then you have managers where you work for them. But you don't know it. You don't know it.
You don't know you work for them.
It's so crafty in how they do it and how they move, and you know what I mean. And
I hate.
Yeah, so we get to working and moving, and then the manager at the time that that wasn't working, you know, for me, had a conversation with his guy that worked for him. Yeah, and it just. Stop. And it got quiet quick as it got loud. It got you know, and we talked since then. You know what I mean? And it may or may not still happen. You know, everything happens for a reason, but it's the valuable lesson in that was like, you know, after that, I never had a manager after that. You know, since that point.
I have one idea.
Career,
I just believe that you being from the DMV,
Wale.
You and Wale.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
5 to 7 songs, him rapping to the chicks, you singing to the chicks. Yes. That shit right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can see that.
Y'all around the same height. Y'all got the same. It's like that shit just look like two R&B and a rap demon like coming together. I'm just throwing it in the air. Wale, my nigga, I'm just throwing it in the air. I would love to see that.
No doubt.
I know we run a low on time, so I just want to ask this since you achieved, you know, so much independent success. Like, what would be some actionable advice you would give to the independent artists at home that might be watching this right now? Like, and they at ground zero, they trying to figure out where to go.
I mean, all the tools are out here now. There's so much information. There's you know, even down to finding your team will find you. You know what I mean? You can start with the people that follow you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Kind of just, you know, starting there. Respect the you know, the gift of time. You know what I mean? It's about the gift. For me, everything, the way I move is about the gift of time, the gift of decision and free will, and the gift of one another. Them are the 3 greatest gifts. Depending on how you use them, you know what I mean? Yeah. A time, trial and error, failure, that all builds character for greatness. Yeah. You know what I mean? Patience is the most thing. You
without it, you're gonna die.
And you gotta be a wolf. Like you gotta be a wolf. You know what I mean? You decide. You know, you can be different. You know, everybody has a different hunting style. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? My hunting style is very unorthodox, but I always hit my target. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, you know, and be your authentic self. You know what I'm saying? You know, operate in authenticity. You know, you got to be fearless. You know, and don't believe it. You got to know it. You got to know it. You know, the art of prayer, manifestation, all these things, it's a real thing, man. But, you know, I'm a firm believer, like, prayer without action is blasphemy. So you gotta work, you gotta move, you got you know what I mean? Like this is it's a very short period of time and window. And it's even like from the era where me and Ray are, you know, where we been, like it's way more competitive now. Like because you know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody wants to be everybody thinks you can get a studio set up for $300-400 and then and cut your phone on and just like so it's really no excuse, man. Like, it's all to be got.
I want to ask this why he's here, because he's independent. And let's talk about how streaming sales affect indies. Right? Like we got this is Silk. Silk is Team Drake, right? So if you went against Drake or Future, Silk is like, that's what you get. So this Rick Ross $19,000, this is Silk wanting us to bring up Rick Ross sales because he didn't have Drake. Y'all gotta admit that. But I want to take a different angle on it. 19,000 in sales. Chatsy, look up for me. Just ask ChatGPT, how many times does someone has to stream for you to get 19,000 in sales? The point is, it feels like, and I'm just asking you this because you're independent, like it feels like the barometer of how they gather the numbers is different for indies than it is for majors, right? Because it's like, how does someone stream 200,000 copies and then someone streamed 20,000 copies, but everybody's talking about it? It's like 6.3 million. So that means he had 6.3 million listens on his album. That's not good?
Great.
I mean...
No, I'm not saying, I know this. We appreciate it.
I mean, it says, for a rough estimate, if an artist gets mostly premium streams, then you need 12.5 million to sell 10,000. He sold about 20, so that means he had 24, 23 million streams, which is good, unless you come at somebody who sold 600,000 first week. That's all I'm saying.
You know where it comes into play? Like he's still technically signed. Like he's part of the machine. So it's like, that's a good day for.
No, it's a great day.
That's a great week for an indie artist.
Absolutely.
That's great for me.
Who getting out the mud, spending their own bread, and you know what I mean? Like, but for as an industry, on industry terms, like, it's
okay. Hold on.
He can't wait.
Okay, so I do want to talk to Raheem about this, or ask him about this while we're on this subject, right? Yeah. So you're on Even.
Even.biz.
Even.biz, right? And
Which is let's talk about what even.biz is first, so people.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so even.biz is the direct-to-consumer platform. I started using even.biz because I do homework and I study. So I study artists like La Russell, for example. Fascinated with him. Never met him, but fascinated. You know what I'm saying? With just watching, it reminds me of me before we had all the tools that we have now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can see yourself in him.
I can see myself in him, right? And in that, I'm like, man, let me go get me some game. You know what I mean? You can never be too old. That's that's a lot of time. The OGs, us old niggas, you know what I'm saying? We learn out there. You know what I mean? Like these young cats got game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Too. You know what I mean? So it's like the street effect. The old hustling and the new cat coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had saw where he was the
ambassador,
the guinea pig for trial and error artists for the first launch, whatever. He did like almost a shy 100K, over 4,000 fans went over, support, super fan, whatever. So I start going down the rabbit hole, and I'm like, oh man, I feel like this would be a great business model for me, knowing my fan base, knowing what I've built, right? My mind's racing at the time, like, man, maybe I'll start doing the mixtapes again. And, by the way, being the first artist to do the first singer, soul singer, R&B singer to make mixtapes.
Talk your shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, this is kind of reminding me of that. And so my first, but immediately I get in touch with them and I'm like, hey, I want to invest in this. And they're like, okay, cool, but you got to use the platform first. Like, use the platform first and see how it feels.
Right.
So I use the platform and it goes crazy. Like, I did like a February 13th release. It's on brand. You know what I mean? Dropped the project. I think probably within the first couple of hours, I'm at like 6K already. In real time, though.
6K in funds?
In funds.
Okay.
That I can touch.
Right.
That I don't have to be rationed out. I can get paid in all different types of currencies if I can touch it like right away. I don't have to wait quarterly to you know what I mean? And it's like a 6K, but it's like maybe 40 people had supported at the time.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? 3 different price points. You know, and set your own price. Being the top tier, right? Set your own price. Right? So if you want, you know, and I think people saw where with the last project he did, you know, you got people, if they want to pay $500 for an 8-track project, you know what I mean? We're in an era now where people want to be invested in what you do. So the more transparent you are and, you know, about where you are with it, boom. So so that went well. You know, we spend the block. I had an opportunity to be an early investor. You know what I mean? Like, I rave about it. I don't tell people to use even as, you know, because I'm invested. Like, I used it. I tell you to use it because it works.
Right.
I want to see you win as an independent artist.
Yep.
You know, 80% of your revenue, 80% of what comes in goes to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's great. It's great. It's great reach.
He just said
Ross
40
did that.
people, $6,000.
Yeah.
Do you know if you had 40 people stream your music, that's
You
like
wouldn't have been able to get a
You can't even buy
cheeseburger.
That's like a penny.
You can even buy a meal.
And the best thing about it is the back office and just all the other things you get access to. You know what I mean? I mean, like, you get everything. You know, probably the only thing you get is their social,
Right.
they FICO score. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's you get access to direct access and context with your fans, and just like the last two major rollouts that J. Cole has used have been
On Even.
powered by even if you didn't know that they were powered by Even.
So should Ross have went this route, being that, and I say this because I've been reviewing albums for the past 10, 11 days, and I've been noticing a lot of the legacy artists, T.I., Ross, Future, like, they have 18 to 22 songs on a project. And I'm just like, why is there so many songs on here? But then when the sales come out, it's not Drake number sales.
So here's the thing that I always tell artists. I said, you know, it's gonna separate. Even a platform like Even separates the men from the boys, right? The wolves from the prey.
Okay.
Right? Because what happens is like, you really you really understand at that point how much of a connection that you have with the super fan.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, everybody can't go, you know.
Everybody can't do it.
Can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you have to build it. Because to Silk's point, Larry June sold more than Rick Ross.
But Larry Jones built something.
Right.
He's built something that you know, that, like,
It's not a start-stop machine. It's like a well-oiled machine.
yeah,
You know,
people have been
how he come in,
people.
yeah.
There are people who support me on Even, who've been part of the journey. They bought the mixtape from me at the Bar None. You know what I'm saying? They watched me get out. They watched me sell it out the Camry. You know what I'm saying?
The name for it is a cult following.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so everybody can't. It's gonna let you. And by the way, you know, Universal is not. They use Even as a one-stop shop in terms of, like, they didn't, like, buy it or anything like that. You know, there's a lot of misconceptions when you start doing business with Universal. Sony's on board now, where they say, hey, we like your platform so much that we want to make it the first stop for all of our
artists,
all our artists
that want to do this.
So check it out. Even if, like, 1% of the roster goes there and people actually support, it's a win.
It's a win
for the structure that's been built, you know, and for independent artists. You know what I'm saying? By the way, it's called Even because he created it to get even with the music business for jerking artists. He started out in, you know, Mag started out in management. You know what I mean? So, you know, he's protected the integrity of it. You know, of not selling it to, you know,
to a major,
to the machine that, you know. So it's, you know, it's you know, as an independent artist, man, it's out here. You know, it's out here. Like, get the vinyl. Get the vinyl, the coffee mug, tape cassettes. Treat
yourself like a tire business.
Like all, you know what I mean? And you know, because those are means to be able to like invest back into yourself. You know what I'm saying? You get the research early. You know, and then you can still put it to the DSPs and all of that later, but give yourself an opportunity to
connect with your
fans directly, see what's out there. Start by going through every contact in your phone. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things I did. I went through every family, friends. Hey, I got this project out. I'm doing it independently.
I need support.
I need to support. Here's 3 ways that you can support. Pay $20. If you do the $40, this is what you get. If you do
anything above,
you know what I mean? That, you know, set your own price. And you know, and again, there's many ways to be direct to consumer. Just make sure that you are doing it because you deserve to be able to enjoy the fruits of the labor.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, that's real.
I love it.
I think, hey.
I think that's it, man. Hey, let's make some noise for Raheem DeVaughn, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, you welcome to come in anytime, bro. Because,
oh, man, we'll come hang out some more.
I feel
for sure.
like there's not an R&B guy like you. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of rap guys like you that talk the importance of being your own man. But I don't see a lot of R&B guys. They usually focus on the talent. And you're focused on the business. That's some boss shit. I just want to give you props.
And man, listen, you gotta start somewhere. Don't. There's things I'm still finding out that I don't know on a day-to-day or whatever. You just gotta be willing to try. You know,
you said something when you was giving advice. You said you have to fail, and I firmly believe the person who fails the most, the fastest, is the one that's gonna win.
That's
for sure.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Yeah. Listen, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
R.I.P. Nipsey.
It's a marathon.
R.I.P. Nipsey.
You going. There may be a couple of days. You know. I've mastered the art and the music business of intermittently fasting.
Mm-hmm. Break that down. That's good. Mm-hmm.
I mean, intermittently fasting so that, you know, as the wolf, because I'm gonna always get my kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just takes, you know, for some of us, it takes longer. You know what I mean? I've always been a late bloomer. You know,
we ain't died yet.
But
we
yeah. You feel me? So, you know, yeah.
I appreciate that. Yo, like, share, subscribe, Patreon, memberships, all that stuff. YouTube. We appreciate y'all support. Support your local podcasters, Atlanta. We need you.
Yeah.
Hey.